So, guys, welcome to another episode of the Satirical Life Coach podcast. And with us, we have Elizabeth Lopez. Elizabeth, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Pretty well. So, you can ask me about anything. I can't guarantee the right answer, but I can try to give like a funny answer.
I feel like I could only give you funny questions.
You can give whatever questions, anything is fair game. Like if you ask something like, I don't know, hotels in Tanzania, I probably don't know anything, or something like that, some obscure kind of subject, I might not know anything, but whatever questions you want to throw at, you can.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. What do you know about Papua New Guinea?
Nothing. I think it's by Indonesia. Now wait, let me get my iPad out and find out. But I mean, a papa is, I guess it's like the father of someone that's like a new guinea pig for an experiment, maybe? Is that what it is? I mean, I feel
I
bad for
think you're
that
close.
guy. I feel bad for the dad of someone who's a guinea pig. I mean, it's always really brave and hard to be a guinea pig. Like, I don't know that I want to be like, because they don't know really what it's going to be like. And they're kind of testing you. Like, when you think about it, people are like a little insane to do that. Like you're letting, I mean, it depends what it is being tried out. Like people who are like the guinea pigs for like, I don't know, the COVID vaccine, they're really brave. But being the guinea pig for like an ice cream, maybe not such a risky thing, I guess.
I guess it depends on the flavor, right?
Yeah, like if they're like, well, we have tuna ice cream, you want to try it out? I'd probably be like, hell's no, like ask somebody else. But like, and yeah, being like a guinea pig, I don't know. Why, have you ever been a guinea pig for something?
A guinea pig for anything. No, I can't say I have.
Like, like people who can't afford therapy, you can be like a client for or a patient for like someone that's not fully licensed yet if you need like a
Hmm.
cheaper rate. Same thing goes for like if you need dental work, you can be like the patient of like dental students and then you pay
That's
less.
true. Or doing your hair,
Yeah,
going
like
to a
someone who's
student
in
for hair.
beauty school. But like that is like a little risky, like in a way.
Uh-huh.
Like in ways it's like actually more expensive to be poor because say they make a mistake on you and then they have to fix it. Like I don't know, like say they yanked the wrong tooth out or I don't know, they like cut your hair too much or they dyed it green or something. It could be like pretty costly
Right,
to
right.
do that, or if someone like gives you the wrong advice, they're like, yeah, I don't know, like they'd be like, yeah, you should break up with that asshole, and it like really was a good relationship or something. If you went for like the guinea pig therapy, I guess it's most worse. Maybe like someone who's a chef and they're like training and you eat their food. It could be the worst.
Yeah, I guess yeah, there is risk in that. You were saying that before. It's risky business. That's probably why I would never been a guinea pig for anything, because I want other people to try it out first before I fuck up my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you want other people to try it out first before you do.
Yeah.
Definitely, right? You want, so what's something else that's on your mind? Anything.
Um, I've been thinking a lot about Christopher Columbus.
Hmm.
What can you what can you tell me about him?
Well, I think Christopher Columbus, it's like an example of like Santa Claus, where we thought at first he was okay. And then now we find out he wasn't. Just like we think Santa Claus is like, bringing us all these presents, but then it turns out he's probably got a heart condition and high cholesterol, and he's basically slave labor Santa. Like, so with Christopher Columbus, we're first like, yeah, he discovered our country. And because of him, we have like a day off, like in October when we kind of need it. And now we're like, oh, he's really not a good person. And so that's kind of what Christopher Columbus is like. Like, they say that we shouldn't have Columbus Day off, but I'm pretty sure no one cares anyway, right? Like, does anyone care about Columbus Day? Like, it's only one damn day and it's October. Like, in October, it's like too cold to like go to the beach, but like it's too hot to go skiing. So what would you really do? Like go to the mall? Like, like it's just like gonna be like teenagers making out at the mall or making like TikTok videos. Like nobody really wants the day off. Like, and the parents don't have the day off usually. So like, they have to find a babysitter. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody cares about Columbus Day being off, like, not because of Columbus, just because it's like an inconvenience. Like, and how do we even know what Columbus was really like? Like, it was in history. Like, you never know in history. Like, we weren't there. So it's kind of like, I don't know, if your friend's like, oh, I saw so and so got drunk and they hooked up with someone, like, you weren't there for it. So you don't know. So I guess it's kind of like that with Columbus. Like, it's just like I'm waiting. It's just like history is also just disappointments. Like, like every time we think someone was good, then we hear something bad about them. Like, we thought we had this great governor and Cuomo, and he's leading our country bravely through this pandemic. And it's like, oh, well, he sexually harassed all these women. So goodbye to you. Like it's like that. Like, and all the people I remember, it's like they're like, I have a crush on Cuomo. And he did handle himself well in the heat of the pandemic. And he did
It's so
really well.
true.
What?
Did you see when he took his COVID test?
What about it? He freaked out?
No, he didn't. He was like cool as a cucumber, like
Yeah, like
super
he handled
badass.
himself well, right? When he took the COVID test,
Yeah.
he
He was like,
handled it
wasn't
well.
that bad.
What?
He was like, oh, it wasn't even that bad.
I mean, like, did you take any COVID tests or no?
Yeah, I did. They were pretty bad.
Like, it's pretty bad. The thing is, like, did you have to or you just wanted to
Well, I had to
for like work or whatever? So you had to.
for, yeah, like I traveled and then my daughter's in school, so, we'd have to get tested too. That was the whole thing.
Oh, like if someone in the school was exposed or whatever.
Yeah, and usually like around holidays, like if they had time off, like spring break
That's
before
what I
going back,
remember
we
now.
all had to get tested. Yeah.
Yeah, like to come back and stuff, you had to get
Yeah.
tested for her to return.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I never got a COVID test because, like, I never felt I had any symptoms, and I'm a big fan of masochism, so I never traveled anywhere that would require me to get a COVID test when I came back.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like it would be super nerve wracking, and I heard it's kind of like, they take like something from your nose and just I don't know. I feel it would be terribly nerve wracking, like worse than a teenager taking a pregnancy test. Like, I feel like just like you find out you have COVID and then you feel like the one thing I wonder is like there's people and they had COVID, but they never like announced it on social media. They never like, hey, everyone, I tested positive. Like, that's the other thing is like COVID was like a shameful disease where you had to isolate and you had to tell people. And then people are like, well, are you really doing, you know what I mean? It was like a shameful thing to get COVID, I feel like, in some people's eyes. Like, even though there's no shame in getting it because so many people got it.
Mhm. Yeah, everyone got it.
So you feel everyone got it.
Yeah, I feel like, well, except for me, but
I
everyone
never
else.
had it. I never had it, but then again, I never tested. But that's the best way not to catch it is just to not get
Mhm.
tested. Then you didn't have it if you never But no,
I
like,
know a lot of people who said that they think they had it before it was like major
yeah,
news.
like because at the beginning they weren't really testing people because they didn't have enough tests and they didn't test people for COVID. But now it's like you can just get a COVID test easier than you can get like a piece of gum or alcohol. You just like
Mhm.
anywhere you go, there's like a COVID test.
Yeah, true.
But no, like I mean, I felt like COVID, that's where the anxiety is that like there's such a real like it's just such a high stakes disease. It's not like you're like, well, I have a sore throat, or well, I,
Hmm.
fell and I got a cut. Like it's just more than that. It's like I don't think it's
Yeah.
on the level of like AIDS, but like yeah, I don't think it's as bad as like when you had to say you had AIDS. Like
Yeah. Full blown too.
what, full blown AIDS or full
Yeah.
blown COVID? To say you had AIDS
Both.
or to say you had a full blown COVID, like there's people I know who still don't have their smell or their taste back even after a while. And if
That's
you don't have
crazy.
that, that's not like living. You know what I mean? Like a lot of your life, you're
Hmm.
not experiencing life fully. But if you don't have taste, there's really no reason to eat. Like, what's the point of eating? That you can eat, it doesn't matter what you eat. You could just eat the shitty stuff that nobody wants if you can't taste it anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a good way to go on a diet.
I mean, it's true, right? You could just eat all the healthy stuff that you don't really want to eat, and because you don't taste it anyway. So there's no reason to eat,
Hmm.
like, get yourself, to eat a fudge brownie and stuff when you're going to gain weight from it if you can't taste it anyway. But a lot of people, I think,
That's
did
true.
lose weight when they had COVID
Yeah, that's what I heard too, which like I was pissed that it went the other way around for me. I didn't get it and I gained all this weight.
because I think most people, like, right, if you for COVID, like a lot of people gained weight, like
Oh yeah, from being like sedentary.
yeah, because there wasn't much place you could go. I
Hmm.
mean, now we can go out and do normal things, but for a while you
Yeah.
were just in your house, and there's so much temptation. Like even when we had the storm, like on Sunday, I'm pretty sure I ate more than I usually do because like I wasn't going out. So I was like, when you're in a tiny apartment, you're like more anxious if you have to stay there, like, and you hear I hear everything. So yeah,
That's so
COVID.
true though. I definitely ate more during the storm too because I was like, fuck it, it's a storm.
Like it's a
I got my
storm, and
storm snacks.
it's true, like we stocked it up, and people always like to stock up on stuff, like because I think it
Mhm.
makes it so it won't be that bad. Like I don't know, would it ever really get that bad? I guess what's it called? Hurricane Sandy, it was pretty bad, where a lot of people didn't
Yeah.
have power for a long time. Like there, I don't know. But you figure if you get a lot of food, it means it probably won't be that bad, is how I see it.
Hmm. Yeah, that or toilet paper.
Toilet paper, yeah, but people, I guess, were kind of right about the toilet paper because COVID did turn out to be. Did you think COVID would be that bad, or did you think, we'll just stay in the house a couple of weeks, learn a foreign language?
Well, when it was something that was just happening in China, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, like it's not
Um,
my
Thinking
problem.
it would never, yeah, exactly. Like it would never reach here. And then it totally did. And then that's when I was worried. In fact, when the head of the CDC, some woman that worked at the CDC, um, she said that she had a conversation with her children about like, hey, school's gonna start to look different. Life's gonna start to look different. Um, like I was like, damn, maybe I need to have that conversation.
I mean, it's true. It's a tough conversation to have with your kids. I mean, and depending
Yeah.
on the age of your kids, because like some things
Hmm.
kids. So, how old is your kid?
She's 8. At the
And what
time,
did
she
you
was
tell
7.
her? And what did you tell her?
I was just like, you might have to do school from home. Um,
She was
there's
probably
gonna
like,
be a lot of, oh, she was into it.
So
She was
she
so
was like
into it.
good with it about going to do school from home.
Well, she just thought it was like a cool, new, exciting thing that she got to do with her parents.
Yeah, well, then
So
that's
she
good,
saw it
right?
that way. Yeah, yeah. So we definitely try to put like a positive spin to it. Like, we're gonna be together. It'll be okay.
Yeah, because yeah, I mean,
What?
it's good to be like positive about it overall. Like, it was a hard thing for a lot of people to go through, but I guess you've got to find like the positives of it. Like,
Mhm.
it was hard when you think about it because they're telling us there's this deadly virus going about around and really don't know much about it or how to treat it. And then they're like, and by the way, any of the normal things you do to like help you with stress, you can't do, like see your friends or go to comedy or whatever it is you like.
Mhm.
And they're telling us all this, and then they're like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
they
It's
tell us
true.
all this, and then yeah, they tell us all this, and you can't do this and you can't do that. And then it goes on, we think it'll be like a 2-week deal, and then it goes on forever. We don't know what's going to happen in the economy,
Mhm.
but you got to kind of say like that whatever it is, we'll get through it, I guess, right?
Yeah, you have to. Even just like to live, just for survival, you got to put a positive spin.
Right. Like, did you guys like do anything special over COVID or no?
Um, what did I do? Oh, you know what I did that was really special? Not only did I order pizza from like the really good pizza place, but I also ordered like all the sides from Domino's and had it
Oh,
all together in
wow.
one meal.
I
That
mean,
was a
in a
lot
way,
of
that's the
fun.
way to kind of make it special because it's like one of the things you can do is order food.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
exactly.
felt like the one thing that really felt normal, it was Target. Like Target was still there. You could
Oh
see
my gosh.
things. Like I felt like you went to
Yeah,
Target.
Target.
What about Target?
Oh yeah, Target was just like my safe space. Like I didn't care about like making the line and like waiting however long it took to get in. Um, oh, I just loved it.
Me
'Cause
too,
it
because it's just like we could
was
still
outside
get
the
everything,
house.
nothing. It was a way to get
Yeah,
out of the
exactly.
house, right? I feel like some people probably hung out in the bathroom for a while at Target just to have their own space from their family. You sit in the bathroom, like, because it was one of the few places that made it kind of normal, whereas other places like Dunkin' Donuts, they shut the bathroom down. Like, Target is
Hmm.
kind of like, you're still welcome here. So they like had a
Yeah, it's
sign
true.
there. They had a sign there like, Target is not its COVID testing site. I'm like, duh, it's Target. Like, who does not know what Target is? It's a Target. Like, who doesn't
Target does
know that?
have everything though, so
I mean, let's face it,
I
most of
wouldn't.
us are at Target every day. Like,
Hmm.
every day you can go there and find something you needed to get, even if you didn't need anything. It's like, but it's true. Target, if
Always,
they're, what? It's true.
always.
That would probably be the best way to test people for COVID, actually, would be to have the COVID test at Target. Like, chances are anyone's going to just scan everyone who goes into Target and see if they have COVID. Like, you get everybody done.
Oh my gosh. That'd be so funny if they did that. It would be productive too.
Yeah, because they're going anyway, so it's not an inconvenience. And I don't know. It's just like the other thing I thought was like, you have to like wait. Um, you have to wait on like, a line for a COVID test. And it's like that would probably be the
Mhm.
fastest way to get it, with waiting online with all the sickos is the fastest way to get COVID. But
Mhm.
I feel like that would be better if you just scan everyone for COVID while they're in Target somehow. Like, but I don't know. Like, if you had COVID, like, it would be, I don't know. Like, imagine, I don't know, the person who has to deliver the news. I think they call you, or do they? I don't know how it happens. I think they called people. Imagine how you have to say it. You have to say it like really nicely, I think.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, like it's an STD.
so by the way, like I know, like what was it? Like it's hard to know. Like I remember a Sex in the City episode. Did you watch that show or no?
Yeah.
So when Samantha goes and tests for AIDS, and they tell Samantha in
Mhm.
advance that they're gonna like they bring you to the little room if you're positive for AIDS, and then they're like, Samantha, come to the room, and she like faints, and then it turns out she was negative, but they just brought her there to tell her like be more careful and don't have too many sex partners. I have to say that's probably more shaming than telling someone they have COVID or telling people you have COVID. Is when you go, there's nothing like going to the doctor and the doctor asking your sexual history. Like, I have to say that's probably more shameful than admitting you have COVID. Like, when the doctor's like, so how many sex partners? You know, did you do this? Did you use protection? I feel like they're always like frowning at you, like with your answers. And you gotta wonder though, like, are they perfect? Like, who are these? Like, you gotta wonder when the doctors ask you any questions. Like, they're like, do you drink alcohol? Do you know, do you smoke?
Yeah, true.
Like,
Do
do
you smoke?
you?
Yeah,
What? Yeah.
exactly. Do you smoke? Yeah.
It's like, do you? Like, who are you that you're? Because it's like impossible to follow. So I feel like that's probably true with the doctors. I don't know. So what else did you want to ask? Everybody has stuff to ask. You must have more.
More questions to ask? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how many bones there are in the human body?
I would have no clue, but I imagine a lot. But why? Why? Do you know or no?
No, I
I
don't.
could
I'm just
cheat. I could
curious.
cheat and look it up. Wait, let's see. Number of bones in the human body. The adult human skeleton is made up of 206 bones. It includes the skull, spine, vertebrae, ribs, arms, and legs. Wow, 206. So if
Oh,
you
okay.
break a bone, you still have use of 205 of your bones.
Not bad. I would have guessed like lower than that, probably. I would have
Because
guessed
like
like
every, what would be your
maybe
guess?
half.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think even less, but it's hard to know. But
Hmm. Well, yeah, you have
uh,
some like little bones in your body, like in your hands.
in your hands, you have many different bones, and in your feet.
Hmm.
So what else?
Do teeth count as bones?
Yeah, I think so. And every bone, like in your back and stuff.
Hmm. So yeah, and trying to think of more questions for you. I'm sorry.
No,
Um,
anything. It can be even like an open-ended kind of question too.
okay. Okay. What's your idea of like a perfect day?
A perfect day.
Yeah.
This reminds me of like this reminds me of like Miss Congeniality. The perfect day would be April 19th and not too cold, not too hot. No, I think the perfect day is if there's no traffic. I usually find a parking spot. Nobody cuts me off. This is so sad how my life is. That's part of my perfect day. I get to do as much comedy as I want, as much tennis as I want. I get to eat what I want. Nobody bothers me or harasses me. Everybody compliments me. I guess that would be it. Why? What about you?
It's funny because in my perfect day, like comedy's not even on there. Like it's like, oh, I get a night off.
You got a night off.
Yeah.
So you want to have a night off.
Yeah,
Because in a way,
definitely.
there are aspects of comedy that are stressful.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Like
what's stressful about
give me an
comedy?
example.
There's so many things that are stressful. Like, say you get on the stage and you think you have some great jokes planned out and then nobody laughs. That pretty much sucks. Let's say I don't know, you have to ask people for spots and people just ignore you, then it's just as bad as like dating. Yeah, then it's just like as bad as when you're going on the dating apps and everyone ghosts you. It's kind of like that if you're asking people for spots where you're lucky anybody even writes back to you. So there's that.
It's so
Seeing
true.
people on flyers and you're like, how are they on this show? Screenwriting. So I guess those are the bad aspects. So I eliminate all those things and you're just performing for a crowd. The crowd really loves you. And afterwards, they tell you for like hours how much they love you. I guess that's the one good aspect of comedy. Like, does it happen? Maybe not. Like, how much does that really happen? Where you get on the stage and everybody loves you and they tell you afterwards, and I don't know, it didn't happen. Maybe like once in a while it happens like that, like at this New Brunswick open mic and these college students are like, wow, you're so good. They're like, how long have you been doing this? I'm like, 3 years. They're like, wow, it seems like so much longer. And I was like, can you become my PR? Then, but yeah, so what would be on your ideal day? It's not comedy. What are you gonna put?
On my ideal day, it would be like getting the best slice of cheesecake. Shit like that. The weather's perfect. Like it's sunny out. It's not too hot. What else am I doing? I'm eating a Popeyes chicken sandwich. It's always like food centric, I think, for me.
Your ideal day is very food centric on what you get to eat.
Yeah.
But how come you can't eat that any day? Or is it
I
like
mean, that's true. I could eat that on
in a
any
way,
day, but it's like, I don't know. You can't have too much of a good thing, you know?
it's true because then it won't feel as good. Like if you had cheesecake every day, it would just be like blah, like bread.
Yeah, it would suck.
Like, but Popeyes, I mean, it's very yeah, like lots of stuff you want it to feel like a novelty. So you're not gonna like have it every day. But I mean, that's the beauty of like being an adult, is that if you want cheesecake, you could just have cheesecake no matter what time it is or what day it is. You can just have cheesecake as an adult. Whereas like as a kid, you
It's
gotta be like,
true.
Mommy, can I have cheesecake? And she's like, no, get real. It's breakfast. Like, like this one kid, like I saw them talking to their dad and they're like, Dad, you shouldn't have that Gatorade. It has sugar in it. I was like, that isn't that part of him being an adult that he can just do whatever he wants? Like his child shouldn't
Yeah.
tell him that. Like, what happened to like respecting your elders? But apparently they don't have the concept of that. But no, like, what was I gonna say? So your ideal day is having cheesesteak and Popeyes, or maybe a blend of
And
cheesesteak
Popeyes.
and Popeyes.
Oh
What would
no,
be
that's a little
first, the
too good.
cheesesteak or the Popeyes?
You have to have the Popeye sandwich first, and then you have the salty first, and then you end it with the sweet.
Hmm.
Or you can take one bite of each, one after the other.
I like that better. Then that's more
Yeah.
variety.
Mm-hmm. You mix up the salty and sweet.
Yeah, you have like a
Shit.
variety of things. That I think is good.
Yeah, I might just do this shit tomorrow, actually. It sounds really good
See?
because I'm an adult.
See, you're an adult, so nobody can stop you. So you have
What's that?
this cheesecake. So what else are you looking to
Mm-hmm.
find out about?
Okay. Hmm. What else am I gonna follow that up with?
It's up to you.
Oh, yeah. Someone's watching my kid for the day. That'd be nice too.
Oh, no. As long as they're trustworthy. Or maybe not. Maybe you want you to get your kid. No.
I
Like, is it,
want to
what's
scare her a little, that's all.
yeah,
Scare her
you
straight.
scare her a little. You don't want someone nice who's just going to be like, let her eat junk food and watch a movie. You want someone a little bit. But what's so fucked up these days is how much it costs to get someone to watch your kid. Like,
Hmm.
it's practically like so expensive these days, and you've got to pay them a lot, 30 per hour, and pay for their Uber and buy them dinner. And like most people in their adult jobs don't get treated that well. Like,
That's so true. Yeah.
nobody pays
But
for my Uber or feeds me.
or like
But
walks you home or whatever.
I think it's practically like required. You're seen as like Satan if you don't give your babysitter dinner and pay for their Uber. You're like Satan.
Hmm. It's
Like
true. Or like have that all of my beautiful snacks in my house. Like you're
exactly.
welcome
It's
to
like
all of
feel
them.
free to raid my fridge and empty it out, even though I already spent all my money on the date night and paying you, and now I have to, sooner go refill my refrigerator. But feel
Right.
free, take
Back to
any of
Trader
my
Joe's and get all my special shit.
yeah, like the stuff I really love doesn't matter. You could just eat it. Like, in fact, why not just tell them, feel free to take any of my clothes you like. Feel free to like help yourself to my earrings. Like it's just like too much. And they barely want to do anything. These babysitters are like, well, it's if you already you have to tell them like, well, by the way, they'll already be in bed. Like if you don't already have them in bed, they might not want to come anyway. And or we'll already just have them parked in front of the TV and they'll be dozing off already. Like they'll be already zonked out. Like you can't be like, so by the way, you also have to play games with them and earn your money. They'll be like,
Hmm.
work? What's that? You're an abuser.
It's so true. It's like you basically do the job of like what a large dog can do. you know? Like I just need someone to like
Exactly.
watch over the house
Watch over
basically
the
while the kids
house
are
and like
sleeping.
bark enough if someone attacks it. Like, basically that's all you're paying them for. So you could just buy, they could just use my mom's dog Mudge and he'll bark at everything. You just get Mudge for free. Mudge doesn't require money or for you to pay for his Uber. Like,
That's
but
actually not
like,
a bad idea.
yeah, Mudge will just bark really loudly if someone comes by, and tries to rob the house. Like, he'll eat anything. He'll just eat whatever on the floor, even if it's like a
Right.
can or something. He doesn't need like all the gourmet food in the world either.
And he's not gonna bring over his girlfriends.
Exactly. Like, whoever heard of like bringing your girlfriend to work, man? Like, you get busted for that at any other job if you just bring your girlfriend and like they want to like fuck their girlfriend on the couch. Like, if you did that at like your job at Starbucks, I'm pretty sure you're fired. Like, that they're probably doing it, like, because you already have the kids in bed, so they're just fucking their girlfriend with like, yeah, you gotta find someone. I don't know. Nobody wants their parents. I don't know. Would your parents ever watch your daughter or no? Or they don't live around here?
Well, no, my mom's in town.
Wow.
She yeah. So she's usually the one that we dump the kid on for date nights and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's convenient. Because your mom probably
Super
has
convenient.
her. Yeah, it's right nearby. She's probably free. Or maybe not. I don't
Hmm.
know. Maybe she has a
Oh
life
no,
and she's
she's
not.
free. She's
She's
free.
free.
Yeah.
So you can just dump your kid on her.
Yeah. I mean, the only risk is that she didn't do the best job raising me, so I'm like, okay, there's some risk, but there's, reward to it too. I get a night off and she's just mildly scared to go to my mom's.
She's probably scared to go. I mean, it's true. You're like, you don't want your mom to affect her in the way she affected you.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, so far so good.
So far, your daughter's somewhat unscathed. She's not that
Yeah, she
traumatized.
is. Yeah, no, not that traumatized. Just a little bit of therapy. That's it. No meds.
No meds yet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's always good, right? If you don't have meds.
Yeah,
But your daughter,
just some light exercise that'll get
it's
you through your
always good for
day.
everybody.
Hmm.
I mean, it's always good for everybody to like get some exercise. Like, I think that helps a lot of people.
Hmm. Definitely.
I mean, I don't think it ever hurt anybody to go for a light jog. I don't think anyone went for a light jog and they're like, now I'm traumatized. I feel so, like, I'm pretty sure almost everybody feels better after they do some form of exercise. Like, unless you did like karate and you got knocked out, or you did boxing and someone punched you out. But I'm pretty sure most people like they feel a little better
Yeah,
after they go for a
it has to
jog.
be like an it has to be like an external threat, basically. Like if you go for a job and you get hit by a car, then that's obviously traumatizing. But you're right, like the immediate effects of like exercise is all good.
Usually it's good. It gets you thinking, it gets you happy, right? What do you guys like
Hmm.
to do for exercise?
Um, Push-ups are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do some push-ups. I squats, like,
Oh,
shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can always help.
Or running.
Why not? So you take your daughter running. That's always good.
Hmm. Pre-pandemic, we were going to Tiger Showman's together, and That was so much fun. Because when we would
Yeah.
go home, we'd be like, all right, let's practice our moves together. It was great.
Why not? So you guys both were taking the class?
Yeah. So she was like with her little kids, like the little peewees. And then I was like with the parents, training with them.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So you're trying to
Yeah, it was a
do a
lot of
good job
fun.
with her and keep your daughter healthy.
Oh, I try so hard. It's
I
a
mean,
lot of
that's
work.
good. I mean, it is, right? It's a lot of like
Yeah.
kids are a tough audience in a way, like to please them.
hmm Definitely, definitely. Especially like a kid like mine, she's so demanding. Like like demanding not just your time, but like just I she has a lot of preferences, you know. She needs to have things a certain way, and it's just tiring to keep up with.
So do you try to like meet um
Sometimes I just like don't put up with it. Like if I'm in a bad mood, I'm just like, no, I'm not. We're not doing that.
I
But
mean,
like
there's
other
got
times,
to be a
like,
line, right? Because like kids have got to
yeah,
learn because you don't always get your way in life. Like you want to be a good parent because you love your kid and you want them to
hmm
be happy.
yeah,
You want your
definitely.
kids to be happy. You want them to like, you know, feel good and stuff. But like at the same time, they got to learn that they don't rule the world.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, you know what? No, I don't negotiate with terrorists. We're not doing this. Because
Exactly.
then it becomes like a negotiation. Like, well, if I can't do this, then can I do X, Y, Z? Oh, if I can't do that, can I do this other thing? It's
There's
always
something to
something.
be said for like learning that not everything's ideal.
Right. Exactly. You're
There
not
are
always going to get your way.
situations that are less than ideal, and you've got to kind of suck it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's always that.
hmm
But I mean, you seem like you're okay. Like you don't hate your kid. Like I'm pretty sure there's some people I know, and I'm pretty sure they hate their kids, and their kids just piss them off, and they're like, they can't wait to get rid of their kids. They're like, yes, it's time to go to work. We don't have to see
It's
our kids.
true, but I gotta say, some kids are just assholes. Like, they're just
It's
born
true.
assholes.
It's true that there are
And
some kids. You think some kids are assholes.
yeah, some
So
kids are
how
just, I don't know.
do you have any
It's not
stories?
nurture.
Do you have any
Yeah, I mean,
stories about kids?
you just see, I mean, like, I've just seen kids at the playground that, like, are so disrespectful to their mom and, like, will throw things at them and,
Oh
like,
my God.
and the mom can be so sweet. So it's like, how?
It's true, right? That some parents, you can't blame them if they spend all day at the office or they, are always going out to like Pilates class because you're like, the kids are
hmm
pretty much treat them like garbage. Like kids these days, like, I don't know, they're like, there's no pleasing some kids. They're like, you want that? No. You want this? No. It's like, is there anything you do like? Like, even like some kids are just rude. Like it's like the parents are trying to help them. Like, you want a pizza? No. Chicken nuggets? No. How about a smack in the face? Like it's like after a while, the kids are just so rude to their parents. And I think I don't know. It's just like it's hard. You're right. Like some kids just will never be happy.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I forgot how we got on this subject.
I don't even remember, right? Where we're like now randomly talking about parents who hate their kids. I'm pretty
Oh
sure,
yeah,
like,
they hate their kids because they're because they're dicks.
yeah, because the kid's a jerk to them. Like, what are they gonna say? Well, I still love you, sweetie. Like, no, you don't. Like, you don't love your kid anymore. You hate your kid. I love you, honey. It's just like some parents' reactions to their kids. Like, it's like weird where they're like, the kids like throwing stuff and yelling at them and maybe hurting them. And they're like, sweetie, you need to stop doing that. It's like, why are you calling your kids sweetie in this instance when they're anything but? And they're like, sweetheart. And the kid's like, oh, I ate that food. And they're like, how, honey? Please tell me, use your words. What food do you like? At some point, you need to like stop being so nice to the kid and be like, just eat the damn food. Like if they keep refusing
Yeah.
everything, like
Exactly. It's like eat the food or you don't eat tonight.
that's what my dad would tell me. He'd be like, look, either you're gonna eat this thing or you're gonna eat bread and butter or you eat what we made. Like there's no we'll order you a pizza because my dad made curry all the time. And he'd be like, you're gonna eat it. We're not, or you have bread and butter. We're not gonna order you a pizza or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah, I know, like kids these days. And I'll fall into the trap sometimes too, where we're cooking two separate meals, one for the adults and then one for the kids, instead of like having the kids just eat your food and you just cook the one meal.
Because it's so much easier that way to just cook one
It is.
meal.
It's just less of a headache, like, less of like the just less of the back and forth, like, but I don't want that, and but you have to eat it, and
Yeah, you just make them something and be like, what we make is what you eat. Like if you set the tone, they know that that's
hmm
what it is.
yeah.
Definitely. So what else do you have on your mind? We have like 8 minutes or so before we wrap it up. So
Okay,
anything else you want to quickly get in? An enlightened 8 minutes.
let's see. And so this is stuff that, so am I just directing questions?
Whatever you want to do. It's whatever you like.
Oh, okay. My daughter's walking around right now. I hope she's not listening. That's not like kids are assholes.
And she's like, Mom.
Like, what about me? Yeah. Oh no. Sorry, she just walked out of her room. I'm like, oh, is she listening? But she's got headphones on right now. She's good. It's like actually past her bedtime and she's still bebopping around.
Wow, but school's going to start in a few weeks, right?
Yeah, after Labor Day.
At least that's humane. So what else did you want to say?
Um, I don't know. I don't have anything else on my mind.
Okay, so if people want to find you, how can they find you? Is there anything you want to promote?
Sure, I could just promote my Instagram.
All
I'm at
right.
Elo. I'm at Elo Comedy, ELO Comedy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Elo Comedy on Instagram. All right, so they'll
Yeah,
just hit you up there and they can find out about everything you're doing there, all the shows you're going to be in.
exactly.
Or if they want to dump their kids on you, then they'll hit that up too. No, then they won't. Then they hit somebody else up. All right.
Exactly. I don't need your kids.
You don't need their kids, but if they want to go to a comedy show of yours, they're welcome to.
Yes.
All right. Well, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, this is another episode of the Satirical Life Coach. Join us next time. And thank you so much for coming on. Have a great night, folks.